Having heard some very sad news, Jesus had taken a boat, crossed the lake, and found a quiet place to be by himself. But all the people from the towns and villages found out where he was and came to him. Jesus healed the sick people, and because the place was so remote and the people had no food, he also made enough food for everyone, from only 5 loaves and 2 fish. But that's another story. Jesus had 12 close friends called disciples. This one was called Peter. He was Jesus' best friend. The disciples travelled around with him, listened to his teaching, and saw him perform many miracles. They were a mixed bunch of men, as you can see. Jesus told the disciples to get into the boat and to go on ahead of him to the other side of the lake while he dismissed the crowd. After he had dismissed them, he went up on a mountainside by himself to pray. He'd stayed there all alone, all night. Meanwhile, the disciples were a considerable distance away from the land, being buffeted by the waves, because the wind was against it. Shortly before dawn, Jesus slid back down the mountain. He went out to his disciples. He appeared to them, walking on the lake. When the disciples saw him, they were terrified. "It's a ghost!" they cried out in fear. Jesus said, "Have courage, it is I. Don't be afraid." "Lord, if it is you," Peter replied, "tell me to come out to you on the water." "Come on," Jesus replied. Then Peter got down out of the boat, walked on the water, and came towards Jesus. But when he saw the wind, he was afraid and beginning to sink. Cried out, "Lord, save me!" Immediately Jesus reached out his hand and caught him. "You of little faith," he said, "why did you doubt?" And then he climbed back into the boat, and the wind died down. Then those who were in the boat worshipped him, saying, "Truly you are the Son of God."